It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Denver Nuggets playing against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for the Bucks, they're 5-1 through 6 games, and no question, they've been one of the NBA's most impressive teams here early in the season. And tonight, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Let's decide on a nickname once and for all. Big fella, you going with the alphabet or the Greek freak?
Greek freak is catchier, but as he gets better, he'll become a super freak, like my main man Joel from high school.
Yes.
He was a freak.
Yes. He may soon be calling him the perennial MVP.
I think Greek freak has a better ring to it.
Yeah, I do too. But if you think, a lot of teams passed on this guy. I know what they're saying to themselves. You know what they're calling themselves? Dummies.
Oh,
That's a good one.
that was quick. And now we go to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
Nestled among the peaks of the Rocky Mountains, we're in the beautiful city of Denver, Colorado. Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. We've got the Milwaukee Bucks and the Denver Nuggets. Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, thanks very much. Now, after the Nuggets added Nikola Jokic to the starting lineup, they finished the 16-17 season as the best offensive team in basketball. Now, last year we saw some regression, but this is still a young team that's learning how to play together and trying to climb the ladder of a very competitive Western Conference. Kevin?
A team on the rise, DA. We'll see. Tonight, two great backcourts facing off. Brent, how often do you get caught up in a showdown with another guard?
Well, for me, it didn't happen all that much, Kevin, unless I was playing John Barry.
Now
I
come
got
on.
fired
Yeah, right.
up.
I get you.
I think it's amazing when you have these matchups during the regular season and you look at maybe the rhythm of some of these guys coming into the game. Elite point guards, they have the ball in their hands. Sometimes they get caught up in that mano-a-mano duel. And as a two guard or somebody else playing with that player, it's really fun to watch.
You got to check yourself, though, don't you? You got to stay within the bounds.
Oh, there's no doubt that you still want to win the basketball game, but there are moments and minutes where their talent takes over, and that's when the show begins.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are out on the wing. Up front, you have Ilyasova and Henson, and it's Bledsoe in at the one spot. And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points on the ballgame. Three-pointer and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Thomas finds Jokic. Connects on the 17-footer.
I swear Jokic is out there playing with the watch on because of the timing aspect of his game.
Down low. Outside for Bledsoe. The Bucks working the ball around. Here's Antetokounmpo. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
I really like the awareness, noticing that he's got the mismatch, and then he just used his size as his advantage on the layup.
Here's Thomas, and again it's Denver.
Working the in-between area, the kind of look that can get you into a rhythm early.
Yeah, scratching my head a little bit about how the defense is trying to play this. No one there really contesting the shot.
And that one drops for him. Antetokounmpo's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, Giannis scores inside, one of the best in the business at getting his feet wet in the paint, and a strong feel for the attack that time.
A three-pointer is right on target. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Steps back and fires. And it's Denver with the rebound, coming off that loss against the Nets.
And really, you'd like to just see more from that inside game offensively. And that one, it didn't happen.
And sometimes your poor shooting from the perimeter can dictate and should dictate that you go to the inside. Tonight, they didn't do it.
5 on the clock. Here's Millsap. No good on that one. And Milwaukee will come the other way. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
I tell you what, how efficient they were at scoring the basketball, especially for an away game, that was impressive.
Yeah, it was almost robotic, Greg, in this one. They filtered out all the noise and came in razor-sharp precision on the offensive end.
Now, here's Thomas, following the miss by Eric Bledsoe. Thomas, no luck. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Middleton outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Chris Middleton 2 seasons ago tore his hamstring completely off the bone. I mean, he's come back and hasn't missed a beat. One of the most well-rounded players you'll see.
And the first one drops. And Chris Middleton with maybe, Greg, his best season yet in 2017-18.
It just seems like he gets better every year. A former second-round pick, now all-star caliber. He's worked extremely hard, stayed in the lab, and now we're seeing the results.
Middleton hits them both.
Encouraging sign there to see him knock down the free throw.
And so Thomas will bring it up for Denver. Pass to Jokic, shoots over Henson. The Nuggets with another miss.
You can see how clued in the defense is to take away those mid-range shots and challenge. Solid at getting a hand up in the face of the scorers.
And here's Harris from the arc. And again, Denver no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Middleton against Harris. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe taking his time here. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Jokic.
Love how Bledsoe's forcing the issue, not bashful about throwing that athletic build around on an NBA floor.
The free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe. Eric Bledsoe, at one point, Brent, maybe the best defender in the league at the point guard position, multiple knee surgeries later. Where do you think he stands now?
I think there's been some regression from what he could do athletically, Kevin. So now you have to start to rely on your skill. His offensive game has grown a little bit, and he's around a superstar. That should make it easier to set up some opportunities where he could be more consistent offensively, especially shooting the basketball.
Now here is Harris. He's coming off a 13-point game against Brooklyn. Trains the three-pointer.
Important to have shooters on the floor that can spread you out. Gary Harris likes to nail the deep three, and he does there.
To the paint. Here's Henson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Jokic.
A lottery pick back in 2012, John Henson has pretty much flown under the radar except around the rim. People understand just how effective he can be there. A quality defender and rim protector.
First free throw is good. Henson not a floor spacer. Offensively, you'll find him around the rim.
He's a pretty good finisher in there, but he doesn't get a ton of opportunities. You're right. Defensively, you just like his mobility combined with his length. That's a help.
Mason Plumlee's checked in for the Nuggets. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
Whether as a starter or a defensive asset off the bench, Henson's willing to play whatever role the team needs him to.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And here's Bledsoe after Gary Harris made that last three-pointer. And slam dunk by Henson.
I like that recognition. Effortlessly getting his teammate the ball in a spot where he knows he can do something with it.
Harris against Middleton. Outside for Thomas. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Thomas got his third bucket of the night.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Here's Henson. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
That's a confident play from John Henson going against the tight defense and scoring inside.
Here's Thomas. And Henson sends it back. Harris against Middleton. Plumlee with the steal. Harris passes to Thomas. Kicks it to Plumlee. For 3, Harris. Another 3 for Denver.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
And there's Bledsoe on the assist by Ilyasova. Bledsoe's got 6.
Bledsoe likes to get to the interior. That time, a good job getting near the bucket to score.
Pass to Harris. Lets it go with a 3. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Bledsoe outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Shoots over Barton. And another basket for Milwaukee. The Nuggets leading by 5. Outside Thomas. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Bledsoe. And oh, here we go with Bledsoe. Nobody back. Yep, it counts. He's got 8.
Well, it's the open floor, and that's when Eric Bledsoe's eyes get even bigger. What a good finish there.
And for the Nuggets, they're shooting an impressive 60% early. Thomas feeling it out a bit. Stolen by Henson. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
That is smooth, quick stuff from Giannis. Excellent job pulling up that time.
Bledsoe against Thomas. There's the pass to Harris. Offensive rebound. Thomas against Middleton. 6 on the shot clock. Now the Bucks moving it up. Ahead. Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
And this is what it's all about, guys. The competitive spirit, the energy that we're seeing. This one's got the feeling like it's going to go down to the wire.
And if it does, as evenly as these two teams have played here, it's anyone's guess who's going to come out on top.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
And their series last year was a bit of a comparison between the two conferences. Both were in the middle of the pack.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Lyles checked in for Millsap. Hernan Gomez comes in for Barton. Beasley's checked in for Gary Harris. And Murray's subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. The Bucks also changing it up. Tony Snell's checked in for Ilyasova. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Eric Bledsoe. Now here's Beasley. He's coming off a 10-point game against Brooklyn. Here's Plumlee. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
That's what most want to see from Plumlee. Attack mode, pound the boards, have the confidence to finish off those kind of plays.
Dellavedova kicks to Snell. There's the dish to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now here's Beasley. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Hernan Gomez in the corner. To the wing on the left. Murray outside. Here's the 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Here's Snell. 17 points in his last outing. And there it is for him. Now it's a 4-point Milwaukee lead.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Murray, the pass to Hernan Gomez. He kicks to Plumlee. Murray outside. 13 feet away. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
High motor stuff. Plumlee there in motion. Serves him well on that putback.
Passes to Snell. Tipped away. Here's Antetokounmpo. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Amazingly, the Bucks, one of the slower teams in the league last season in terms of their pace. And when you're talking about a team with tremendous length and athleticism, you think that maybe speed would come along with it and that they'd get out and thrive in transition. Not the case last year.
In low, and it's finished off inside by Dellavedova. And the Bucks lead by 6.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Murray. Lays it up off the glass. Murray's got his first basket of the night. And the Bucks, still a top 10 offense last season, got to the line in bunches.
They got to the line, got into the interior, got into the paint, but their outside shooting is still a concern, Kevin. When you're down a lot of points and you need to stretch out the defense to come back in games, it's not something that they could do last year. So maybe looking to pick up a few guys on their roster to help expand the three-point shooting game.
Denver with the ball, following the bucket by the Bucks. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Pass to Murray. From deep. But they get it back. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Bucks leading by 4. Down low. Puts it up. Ogden trying to get open. Henson's shot is off.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Beasley kicks to Murray. Hernan Gomez with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Back to Murray. There's the 3. Again, the miss by Murray.
Right now, he's just out of sync. A lot of shots rimming out, and he's got to try to find something different.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now here is Dellavedova. Defense is right there. The pass to Antetokounmpo. Over Hernan Gomez. And that one goes long. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Already a superstar, Antetokounmpo talked about how much more he can improve.
I'm just trying to focus on the court. What's my next step as a basketball player? Because I know this is just the beginning. I haven't even reached my potential yet. I think I have a long way to go, and maybe one day I can be top 10 in all those things. I feel like I can do that.
I think he's already a top 10 player with his skill set and physical tools, Greg. He can be an all-time great.
He's shown the dedication. I think he's only going to get better.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
So far, they've been active, scoring the basketball, built up a little lead here, and looking good.
Well, when you come out in the first quarter with that kind of offense, obviously the game plan is in full effect. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Denver, Jokic is out there with Lyles. Then there's Murray. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 3. Here's Connaughton, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, it's funny how you see so many picks, but this one sets up the defense well. No one rotates over. Bang.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, some have nicknamed center Nikola Jokic the Joker, and he does have a lighthearted approach. He said, "This is not a job. I'm enjoying the game like a game of pickup basketball in my hometown. That's the mentality. No pressure. It's just a game." He feels that staying calm helps him succeed. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A. And so it's Milwaukee now, following the 3-point attempt by Jokic. Connaughton passes to Antetokounmpo. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And for Jokic, just keeps getting better, Brent, but always stays very grounded in terms of his personality.
Yeah, I think his brothers had a lot to do with that. You just don't see the big ego coming out of him. In fact, you see a guy who's enjoying the game. He smiles, he's laughing with teammates, he enjoys being with this group and around this coaching staff. And he went as far as to say that he plays every game as a game of pickup basketball in his hometown. I need to travel over there and get in that game.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for John Henson. Bucks leading by 4. Brogdon finds Ilyasova. There's the lob, and Antetokounmpo up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well, that's a nice toss up there, so you got to like the timing. But, of course, that's Giannis. He's going to grab anything.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. And again, Denver no good. The Bucks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. The shot off that time. Murray with the defensive effort. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets. Hernan Gomez kicks to Murray. Lets a floater go. There it is, his second make of the game. He's missed 5.
Well, there's a little bit of Murray's handle on display. The D looked totally confused as to what to do there.
Passes to Antetokounmpo. With the fadeaway. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
Right now they're winning because of him. Love the shots that he's taking, and he's got the green light.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Pass to Beasley. Shot clock at 6. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Brent, we've got great dunkers now, but you played at a time when there were sensational dunkers in the NBA.
Yeah, I saw a lot of guys go over the top of me.
Including yourself.
Too kind. Here's the money. Kevin, I think about those old, and we remember these, the old VHS tapes where you used to get like the dunk highlight tapes. Those are still
Sean Kemp.
Oh, so fresh in my mind.
Dr. J.
Dominique Wilkins over the top.
Yeah.
MJ over everybody.
Young Vince Carter.
Kenny Skywalker. I mean, just the list goes on and on. But the best in-game dunker, I think it's pretty unanimous that Vince Carter still holds the title.
A different look for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for Trey Lyles. Harris comes in for Hernan Gomez. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Murray. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Bledsoe's checked in. Good on the second free throw.
Really crushing the glass last season were the Nuggets, 7th overall in the league in rebounding and 2nd in offensive rebounds, which created a lot of second chance opportunities.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Last game out, we saw him pour in 42.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away, using those long arms.
Here's Millsap. Harris outside. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Paul Millsap. And talking about the Nuggets, they've been a good rebounding team now for a while.
Yeah, top 10 in the league over the past 7 seasons. Not a lot of people talk about their rebounding prowess, but the boards are one of those sneaky places where they can get possession and control the game a bit.
Shoots from 14. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Beasley. Jokic trying to free himself up. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Beasley.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. And they double up Antetokounmpo. DiVincenzo. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Denver's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Bledsoe against Thomas. Pass to Beasley. Back to Thomas. Kicks it to Harris. Over Bledsoe. Harris misses.
And the defense is just not very aggressive. Definitely fortunate that the mid-range jumper did not find the bottom of the net that time.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Beasley with the bounce pass. Inside. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Harris looking it over. And he's good on the 3 ball. Harris has got 15 points.
And as this game progresses, Kevin, I'm getting the feeling that Harris could be a good option.
Here's Connaughton. He kicks to Bledsoe from outside the arc. And the Bucks miss again.
He sunk that 3 in the first, but's yet to make another one.
Beasley outside. Harris outside. Here's Jokic. Millsap left side. Over onto Antetokounmpo. And at last they get one to fall.
Millsap set up there in the mid-range. Pretty good rhythm on that jumper.
Here's Connaughton. Here's Ilyasova. And that one drops. Ilyasova's got his first bucket in this one. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Now, here's Thomas. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line. Really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels.
First trip to the line for him here.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw.
And it's been a tough past season and a half for Isaiah Thomas. Traded from Boston to Cleveland and then once again traded to the Lakers. Rare to see a guy get traded twice in a season following an MVP caliber performance like he had back in 2017.
Mason Plumlee's checked in for the Nuggets. Barton comes in for Malik Beasley. And it takes a certain team for Thomas to fit in with well. Wasn't the case, though, with the Cavs.
Yeah, Thomas is a point guard, not a pass guard. He's a guy that's going to look to score more than anything else. And it didn't quite work with the Cavs, but you put him in an up-tempo offense, that young man can flourish. Still young enough and is with a team more suited, I think, for his skills now. I bet he has a big bounce-back year.
Now here's Bledsoe. He picked up 18 points in their last win against the Clippers. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game.
And the basket is good. Thomas got 11 points.
And that's just a great individual play right through the teeth of the defense.
The pass to Ilyasova. Bledsoe outside. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Nuggets. Plumlee's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
It's not going to go for him. And Milwaukee the other way now. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Well, as soon as the shot was released, Millsap gets off the floor quickly and blocks it.
Passes it to Thomas. It's Barton on the wing. Defended by Middleton. Outside for Thomas. Another 3 for Denver.
Man, he is in the zone right now on offense, guys, building off that efficient first quarter.
Bucks trail by 5. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Snell. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee. A chance here to take a moment and compare the front court and back court scoring on the night for the Nuggets.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
Shot clock at 6. Bucks passing it around. Here's Bledsoe. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. He's got 10.
Bledsoe likes to get to the floater, especially with the bigger guys around the rim.
Bledsoe against Thomas. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
Well, Isaiah Thomas met with a lot of teams in free agency before deciding on the Nuggets, and it just wasn't a great market for IT after coming off such a rough season. Had to settle for a short-term deal to show he could still be an impact player.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. The G League is testing out more ways to speed up the game. Shorter overtime periods, a 14-second shot clock after an offensive rebound. You think those are necessary things?
I think they're worth trying out, Kevin. I don't know necessarily that they're necessary. Is that redundant?
No,
it might have
like
been.
It makes sense when you say it.
But the Little League always exploring ways to improve the game, and I commend Adam Silver and the competition committee for trying.
And both free throws good for Thomas.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Dellavedova kicks to Bledsoe. Drills it from outside. Bledsoe's got 13 points.
Well, a big reason why Dellavedova is out there is because he can see who's available.
Thomas softly drops in the floater. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
It's pretty simple. I figured it out. He can't miss. Adding to the lead with ease and capitalizing on every opportunity. He can't miss.
Here's Middleton. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Well, at 235 pounds, Middleton is hard to throw off balance, so he can take that contact and still finish through.
Now here's Barton. No points in the game yet for him.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Dellavedova with the ball. He's covered by Murray. Dellavedova kicks to Henson. Pass to Middleton. Shoots over Barton. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
Middleton looking pretty comfortable right now playing in the pick and roll, whether he's passing the ball or shooting it. Right now making good decisions.
Now here's Murray. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. And so it's Dellavedova. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Pass to Henson. Teardrop shot. That one falls. Dellavedova's got it all tied up now for Milwaukee.
Good handle from Dellavedova. Just shifts around a little bit to create some room.
Out to the right wing. Double team on Thomas. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. So it's the Bucks now. Milwaukee's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Bledsoe passes to Henson. And it's Mason Plumlee with the foul. That's his first foul. Trey Lyles checked in for Paul Millsap. The Bucks also with the sub. Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Eric Bledsoe. And Middleton kicks to Snell. Back to Middleton, and the pass to Dellavedova. Clock at 6. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Relentless in every way and most every game. Dellavedova with the hard drive that time.
Thomas finds Plumlee. Lets the three fly. Thomas, no good. Milwaukee's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Snell, that's good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
There's 21 seconds left here in the second.
If they can just hold this now for the last shot.
Right, no need to give the ball back here. Run the clock down, be patient, and run a decent play.
Now Thomas. Over Dellavedova, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater.
Great defense by Delly, executing within the system and just competing.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bucks ahead, ending the second quarter on a 15-6 run. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, you guys were able to get the lead. What was the key to getting all those open shots?
It was just getting stops, getting rebound, getting out and pushing, finding lanes, finding open guys.
And you made the most of it, Chris. Thanks a lot. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He ended up with 19 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists. The first 2 quarters tonight looked a lot like what we saw from him in his last game. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
Well, they've been rewarded for dumping the ball inside, keeping the defense honest. You have to mix it up. A little bit outside, a little bit inside. Now that separates teams.
And big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
The three-point shot has really, really helped them out. I don't always like to see teams rely on the three, but when it's dropping like that, I say roll with it. They keep setting good screens. Running these pick and rolls, they'll be tough to beat.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
Welcome back to Denver, everyone. Traffic coming in and out of downtown Denver on this lovely night in the Rockies. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
And in that first half, something we don't see a lot of from him, the ability to make everyone around him better.
Yeah, that's not really his forte, Greg. Unselfish play.
Milwaukee leading by 4 on the court for the Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are out on the wings. Up front you have Ilyasova and Henson. And it's Dellavedova in at the point.
Yeah, love the job they're doing here of getting into the teeth of that defense.
Now for the Bucks in 2017, Brent, disagreement over front office candidates, a divided leadership structure. If you're on that roster, how much of those kinds of things concern you?
I don't think the players are worried about that at all, because what you have now is a new voice in the locker room. You're going to have to learn a lot of new language, new offense, new defense, and that's enough to make you think just about basketball and not the business of basketball, Kevin.
Now here's Millsap. Here's Thomas. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. 20 points for Isaiah Thomas.
I think Paul Millsap's time both in Utah and in Atlanta in the systems of ball movement are helping out this offense now.
Millsap's against Ilyasova. Feeds it to Middleton. Shoots it. And that's good for 2. Middleton's got the lead up to 6 now for the Bucks.
Now Middleton is shooting the ball extremely well in this one. Nice rhythm. Might be tough to slow him down.
Harris passes to Jokic. They double him with Middleton. Harris kicks to Jokic. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Jokic has got 8.
Just continuing to develop an overall game that was evident coming into the league. Gary Harris getting better at spotting the open man.
Now here's Henson. He's got 5. Middleton left side. Passes it to Dellavedova. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots a 3. That's no good. It's his second miss. He's made 4. Ilyasova against Millsap. Thomas dishes to Harris. Millsap looking it over. Outside Thomas. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Harris, no good.
And a lot to dislike about that. I don't know where to begin.
Let's hope that he does not try that one ever again.
Now Thomas, after Chris Middleton missed from long range, jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Ilyasova. Ilyasova's got his 4th rebound in this one. He dishes it to Henson. Here's Antetokounmpo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You think about a coach looking into the eyes of one of his players and telling him to match up with Giannis Antetokounmpo and all the things that he brings to the table. That's a long night of restlessness before you match up. Press up on him, he'll blow by you. In transition, he's at the rim in 2 dribbles. Tough to stop that kid.
2 shots.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo covers so much ground, Brent. He can almost go the entire length of the court in 2 dribbles.
Well, once he gets around towards the rim, his reach can make it seem like defenders aren't even there. Not just one defender, but multiple defenders. So it's unfair already, and you add that athleticism to what he can do. Wow, unstoppable offensive force.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. And Brent, you look at Giannis Antetokounmpo's slashing game, standing maybe a hair under 7 foot tall. How do you even put it into words?
Well, it's hard to imagine a more perfect frame for today's game in terms of getting in transition, having a versatile offensive game, putting it down, getting to the rack. The one thing that we're anxious to see is whether or not Giannis will develop the type of range from the 3-point line that makes it respectable. Other than that, he's pretty much unstoppable.
Now here's Bledsoe, following the miss by Gary Harris. Lets it fly from 18. Misses off the right iron.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Stolen by Middleton. And here's the break. Here's Henson, and slam dunk by Henson.
Well, Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Thomas against Bledsoe. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Antetokounmpo. First in scoring, first in assists, and he's also number 2 league-wide in field goal percentage. You love his ability to score over the top of the defense.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Isaiah Thomas. Up top, Bledsoe. He's guarded by Thomas. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Golden State. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, Denver, 7.5 games behind.
And I think for Denver, nobody was calling on them to kind of set the world on fire. But even those modest expectations have yet to be realized.
Yep, any glimmers of hope that may have been there early for them have all just disappeared at this point. It's looking more and more like a season that will not end well for this team.
Denver making a switch here. Beasley's checked in, and Milwaukee with a change here too. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's his third foul of the game. And the Nuggets making a change here. Murray's checked in, and the Bucks making a change here. Goes up off the inbound, and with that, the Bucks lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Beasley.
Terrific movement off of the dead ball situation, and a great play to get the bucket.
Outside for Bledsoe. And the jam by Bledsoe.
Once Bledsoe gets ahead of steam and gets those feet together, you get plays like that.
Here's Connaughton. Pass to Ilyasova. Hits the three-point bomb. Ilyasova's got his second basket of the night.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Harris kicks to Murray. This one for three. Knocks it loose, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Denver Nuggets. On Tuesday, they'll be taking on Clint Capella and the Houston Rockets. And then on Thursday, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks coming into town.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
The good old catch and shoot jumper there. Murray quickly getting these shots up and over the defense.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Yeah, it's funny how you see so many picks, but this one sets up the defense well. No one rotates over. Bang. Jamal Murray, you can't start much younger than Jamal did. At age 3, he reportedly could play basketball for hours on end. Where's the nap time, Kevin? Where is the nap time?
Free throw good, Murray. There really isn't a time in Murray's life that he wasn't great at this game.
No, in Canada, just such a great career in Ontario. Played alongside, actually, Thon Maker. And then 1 year at Kentucky. Who doesn't have 1 year at Kentucky? Drafted 7th overall. And what an amazing fit that he's still pointing up and improving. One of the game's more deadly shooters right now.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 25, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
This is an unselfish group here in Denver. This team, Brent, can really pass the ball.
5th overall last year in assists, 2nd overall the year before that. And you got to give credit to Mike Malone and his coaching staff because what they've done is they played Jokic at that point center position, distributing the ball from the top and have guys who cut off the ball. So interesting mix of talent using their center as the passer. And in a win-or-go-home scenario last year, the Nuggets lost their final regular season game. They missed out in the playoffs for the 5th season in a row. I don't see that happening this year. I think they'll be there.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. And talking about the Nuggets, despite how last year ended, this is a young team on the rise for sure.
Yeah, there were a number of guys that took significant strides last year, and they're certainly an exciting team to watch. The Nuggets may hit their peak just as other teams in the West may be coming down.
Now here's Murray. 10 points for him. Just 5 on the clock. Jokic kicks to Lyles. The Nuggets with another miss.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass. And a contested three is not your objective. One more, maybe.
Buries the long-range jumper.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Harris outside. And there's the foul. It goes on Ilyasova. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalties.
And the Bucks making a change here. Ogden's checked in. Lyles inside. Antetokounmpo defending. 5 on the clock. Murray. And again, Denver no good.
It seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Murray following the bucket by the Bucks. Harris outside. Back to Jokic. Over Bledsoe. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got 10 points in the game.
You can't be frustrated at him tonight. He's doing his job. Like to see his guys step up a little more.
Bledsoe finds Antetokounmpo. Back to Bledsoe. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Jokic.
Bledsoe going to the inside has no problem at his size getting in and drawing contact.
2 shots.
Eric Bledsoe is accustomed to playing alongside some other great playmakers in Kentucky. He was with John Wall with the Clippers. He was with Chris Paul. In Phoenix, they had 3-guard lineups. So that ought to help out as they continue to get great chemistry.
Shots.
Giannis and Eric Bledsoe could be a devastating duo.
First one falls for him. Well, Eric Bledsoe, as you mentioned, Brent, accustomed to playing on or off the ball.
Well, that helps a little bit with some of the new offensive schemes that Mike Budenholzer is putting into place. He's got that huge wingspan, which he can always bogart a guy defensively. He's a nice fit on the Bucks roster, and he's a good build around that length.
Bledsoe hits them both.
Well, the Bucks, this is a franchise that for a long time just was treading water and chasing after a 7th or an 8th seed on the back end of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Not so much anymore. With Giannis Antetokounmpo leading the charge, the opportunity for the Bucks to do some damage in the playoffs is here.
Now here's Bledsoe, following the miss by Gary Harris. Plumlee with the steal. Murray outside. Kicks it to Plumlee. Pass to Lyles. And here's Harris from the arc. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. And there's always pressure when you have a superstar player, Brent. And the Bucks are trying to capitalize on that window right now.
And I think Giannis, even though he's young, understands that great players are judged on how far they can push their teams. What type of postseason success can the Milwaukee Bucks have around what it is that Giannis can bring to the table. He wants to retire in a Bucks uniform. He's said that before, but winning makes that decision a lot easier, and maybe with the coaching change, they'll get there.
Denver calls timeout.
And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Let's take a second now to view the top pickpockets in the NBA. Giannis Antetokounmpo, fourth.
And he's been a rock for them defensively. Just so many steals for him this year, and so many of them have been in key moments for his team.
Murray, good. Murray's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, some good interior crucial points here as Murray's staying active in the paint.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 20. And here's Brogdon from the arc. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds given what the scoreboard says.
Barton kicks to Murray. The pass to Lyles. Over Bledsoe. That one a little long. Bucks leading by 15. And it's Antetokounmpo, top of the key. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. And it's Harris with the ball for the Nuggets. Murray surveying the D. Passes it to Lyles. Poked away. Martin passes to Lyles. Dishes to Murray. Buries it down low. Murray's got 14 points.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Here's Snell, right now averaging about 5 points a game. Antetokounmpo against Lyles. 6 to shoot. Here's Ilyasova, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got 5 assists in the game. The Nuggets trail by 15. And here is Murray. 14 points for him. Harris, good.
Like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
Antetokounmpo finds Ilyasova. The shot by Bledsoe, nobody around. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Well, his offense should come with a warning label, caution, flammable. He's connecting on everything. The D looks dumbfounded.
Now here's Murray. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's...
That athletic ability there.
Oh, I would love to see Giannis in the dunk contest. Wouldn't that be sweet, Kevin?
Mm-hmm. And a terrific bit of chaos there on the replay, presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Murray outside. And now in transition is Bledsoe. Here we go. Got it up.
A good contest from Harris did not make that easy.
No good. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks. Feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Nuggets trail by 17. Martin and Millsap at the small and power forward spots. Thomas is out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Plumlee in at the center filling out the middle. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
6'10" wingspan of Brogdon. That's a big, big help, especially when he's going after some of those steals.
Murray against Brogdon. Murray outside. The rebound by Brogdon.
Wonderful defense, staying active around the rim and then really putting the shooter in a tough spot.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
He keeps finding great shots out there, and the opportunities are turning up roses. Malcolm Brogdon, a second-round pick. He won the Rookie of the Year in 2017. And maybe we shouldn't have been surprised at all. In Virginia, he was the ACC Player of the Year and the ACC Defensive Player of the Year. Solid foundation coming into the league.
Well, Brogdon, only the 4th player in NBA history, Brent, to shoot over 40% from long range in his first season in the league.
Well, he adapted pretty quickly to the step back and longer distance of the NBA three-point line. He was also smart enough to be selective with it. Had a tremendous year.
Now here's Murray for the 3. The rebound by Brogdon. Launches a 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Plumlee's got 7 rebounds in the game. Thomas with the ball. Plumlee, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Yeah, the muscle of Antetokounmpo is impressive. He's just destroying the defense right now.
The 6'11" Mason Plumlee out of Duke, Greg. He's got a live body.
Very athletic, Kevin. And his mobility enables him to defend smaller players on the perimeter. Offensively, he is a threat to finish at the rim.
Jokic has checked in for Mason Plumlee.
One shot.
Brent, they're always trying to make the All-Star game itself more competitive. Is that an important thing to do?
I don't think overall it's important to do it, Kevin. I mean, it is an exhibition, but I do like the attentiveness of the players over the past couple years talking about how it is they want to approach the game. It ends up being a high-scoring affair with a lot of highlights, but overall it's not the most important thing for the weekend.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. An exciting team in Denver these days, and their fans are letting them know it.
Yeah, they're starting to get fired up in Denver. The arena sold out 14 times last year compared to just 3 times the year before. So for decades, this has been a football town. Nuggets starting to garner some attention with the type of roster and the way that they play.
Two shots.
First one falls for him. The Milwaukee Bucks looking to move the needle with their new head coaching hire. If you're in that role, Brent, what changes do you make?
Well, I think the team just needs to find a little bit better cohesion on the defensive end. They tried a lot of things schematically last year that I don't think they were as connected as they needed to be there. And as far as personnel goes, they're really lacking some consistency from outside on the perimeter, their perimeter shooting. I know Tony Snell had a decent year, but there's not a lot of three-point attack from the Milwaukee Bucks. It makes it tough for them to score.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Middleton's got such a great wingspan. That comes into play on steals just like that one.
And it's Thomas with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Barton outside. The dish to Millsap. Back to Barton. Around the world, Brent, we've seen the NBA take a role in helping youngsters learn to play the game of basketball the right way.
So incredible what Basketball Without Borders has done with the NBA junior program expanding itself last year in Treviso for the first time. The NBA doing a combine for EuroLeague players so they can start a database of the older professional, younger professional players playing overseas. It's a global game. Adam Silver is doing a remarkable job of promoting the game, and we're in a great place, Kevin.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Leiden's checked in for Millsap. Torrey Craig comes in for Will Barton. Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Murray. And Morris subbed in for Thomas. Here's Leiden. It's Solomon to Tecumbo. DiVincenzo, covered by Morris. And he comes up with the deuce.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Each trip down becoming more important.
And you need to string some successful offensive possessions together and play tough D.
Now here's Beasley. And again, Denver no good.
Yeah, it just seems whatever they do, nothing's working right now to stop the bleeding.
I still think there's a chance you string a couple of big plays together and the tide can turn very quickly.
And the shot is good.
Well, he's like a carpenter out there. Great floor awareness, zipping the ball over to his teammates with ease.
Now Dellavedova outside out of Tecumbo. And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That is his first foul of the game. Game is so wide open now, Brent. Such a great pace. Does that put more strain on bigger players physically?
I think it's putting strain on everybody.
Yeah.
I think last year we saw
regardless of size.
Yeah, injuries to every position, the key guys at every position. I think that some of the physical motions that players have to perform in games because they're covering more ground and in susceptible positions, it's happening to everybody. The issue with the big guys, Kevin, is they're not playing. Less of them are getting more important time on the floor, so it's a strain on everybody.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Here's Leiden. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
One shot, behind the lanes.
We hear a lot about small market teams being anxious about retaining their own star players. Is that overblown, or do you think there is reason for concern on their part?
Do we think that players are not going to get recognized if they play in a small market by the national media, if they're one of the best players?
Well, look at Oklahoma City, look at Milwaukee with Antetokounmpo. I mean, they're all getting recognized.
Yeah, I think these ideas have gone by the wayside for a lot of players, and they want the best opportunity for their playing and their best opportunity to shine, no matter where that is. So it's a bit of an archaic argument, in my opinion, Kevin, the way it is that we see guys nowadays, and take the small market thing out about it. There's one market, it's called the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
One shot.
And good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half, doing a great job at the line.
Morris kicks to Beasley. From 13, doesn't go that time. And the Bucks with possession. They're on a 19-7 run. Three-pointer, Dellavedova, and it's Denver with the rebound. Here's Craig. Pass to Morris. Hernangomez with the ball. Back to Morris. 6 to shoot. With the floater. Shot's good by Hernangomez.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. DiVincenzo drops in the tray.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Morris passes to Craig. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Beasley outside. Clock at 6. Here's Craig. Can't connect from short range. Wilson into the lane. Good on the shot. One team owner proposed that we should abolish the draft and have free agency for rookies, maybe giving lesser teams a bigger pool of money to spend. Just some of the ideas these teams are in the league is throwing out there.
Well, that's an interesting idea. The one that I heard about last summer was in Houston trying to flip-flop free agency and the draft so that all of a sudden what you can do is draft players after it is that you've made all your free agent acquisitions, so you could draft positionally. You know you're set up for your team next year. And the more I've thought about that, Kevin, coming into this season, the more I like it. So we'll see what kind of traction that gets.
Now here is Della Vedova. He kicks it to Maker. The three-pointer off the mark. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Wasted no time on that one. The Bucks shooting so well, the offensive execution has been brilliant. 66% from the field. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Here's Hernangomez. And that one is hammered home.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
Beasley with the rebound. The Nuggets shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. And it's Leiden missing. Here's Connaughton. Well, Brent, we're seeing the Hack-a-Shack targets improve their free throw shooting. Rules changes might curb the strategy, though, going forward.
Well, it's been nice to see that NBA players have worked on a weakness of theirs, free throw shooting in particular, to be better and be somebody who can stay on the floor to impact your team's winning. We saw that last year, Andre Drummond being a prime example. The other thing, Kevin, that we've seen too is coaches having to implement strategies, not just to do the hacking, but in terms of their substitutions and who's on the floor. So interesting thought processes from both ends, but mostly go shoot some free throws, guys.
Yeah, practice.
Practice.
And the Bucks with possession here. Denver able to drain the three. And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
At the line for the Bucks, Pat Connaughton. At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. A different look for Denver. Plumlee is checked in for Leiden. And Barton subbed in for Torrey Craig. Tony Snell's checked in for the Bucks. Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Barton outside, launches it, and again Denver with the triple.
That was a thing of beauty there. The arc, the release, 3-ball looking good.
Pass to Wilson. DiVincenzo, covered by Beasley. Maker kicks to Wilson. DiVincenzo makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
Now, here is Morris. Barton finds Hernan Gomez. Barton right side. The shot comes out. The Bucks go the other way with it. Back to Wilson. Clock at 4. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Steps back and shoots. No good off the back of the rim.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Now, here's Wilson. The pass to Connaughton. The 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Plumlee's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Barton inside the line. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Barton's got 5 points now this quarter. Milwaukee's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter. Maker kicks to Connaughton. Pulls up on the elbow. Three-pointer on the way. Maker misses. Denver's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Milwaukee.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result. Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching!
You're right. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Morris kicks to Plumlee. Three-pointer, Barton. But they recover it.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
Passes it to Beasley. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time